Hello, my beautiful Leos. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm your intuitive tarot girl, and today I'm going to tap into the energy of Leo. I'm really feeling the draw to do specific zodiac signs, so let's just jump right in and see what comes out in the cards for my fellow Leos for today. I hope you're all doing well. Today for me seems like a very drained energy day. I don't know if it's because I had to work all weekend. Maybe that's something that's out in the collective, just kind of had a very busy weekend and you're just feeling like it's one of those Mondays where you're just drained. Let's see what the cards have to say for my Leo spirit. What is in the cards for Leo today? Let's see, this is the Moonology. Ooh, my friends, a new romantic cycle begins, a new moon in Libra. So I believe that there is a new moon coming up, I believe next week, but I also believe that right now we're going into a full moon. But there's some kind of a balance here. There's something that you have been manifesting in your life right now, and obviously the card's telling us it's a new romantic cycle. This could be with a new person, this could be with the person you're currently with, but I feel that there's something that has you ready to take something to a different level, you know, even if it's in your own mindset. If it's like, okay, so I'm no longer willing to take this BS, and I know where I need to set my boundaries, and this is where I'm going to start, and we're going to see where this change of self takes us. You know, every new cycle begins with a change within yourself. You have to change your way of thinking, your way of doing, in order to make something new and come in. So, okay, let's see. Is there any other cards in this that for Leo? I'm hearing no. Say another deck. So let me see. What do we need to surrender to at this time, Leo? So what do we need to surrender to for this new romantic cycle that's beginning in our life? This could be a romantic, I just heard too, this could be like a romance with yourself. Like a really beginning to understand and love who you are. You know, it's funny, I had a conversation last night with somebody, and they were talking about how, and I didn't realize it, but they were insecure about a certain part of their body. And they said to me, well, you can't tell me that there's parts of yourself that you don't like. And I looked at them and I said, yeah, you're right, there is. But you know what? I'm learning to love them. I'm learning to love them. Every wrinkle, every roll, every hair out of place, every cellulite spot on my legs, I am learning to love them. I have been through so much, and you know, like, to be so mentally hard on yourself really takes a toll on the physical, and I'm really starting to understand that. And for a lot of other people out there in the collective, I truly believe that this is something that you're learning as well. So this could definitely be a new romantic cycle of self. And you'll have to forgive my dog, but she always tends to make herself loud. Oh my God, no way. I'm gonna pause this. Just give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, but I had to calm somebody down a little bit. Mailman. So, okay, where were we? How appropriate, right? Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. I just got this overwhelming urge to want to be like, I just want to give. I just want happiness. I just want peace. I just want connection. You know, somebody to know me, somebody that connects with me, that gets, you know, like, gets your weirdness. I feel that for a lot of you right now, maybe this is somebody that you've already come encounter with, and you're afraid of this new cycle because of what you've experienced in the past. You know, maybe it doesn't feel right. Maybe it feels so right it feels wrong. But I feel that right now, this fear that you're holding on to of being afraid of loving this person, this situation, or yourself, you know, it's something you just need to kind of step back and just let it happen. Just let it happen, you know. That's such a hard thing to do sometimes, isn't it? You know, just let it happen. You get so caught up in all of the what ifs and the whys and the hows and the trying to understand and find the answers. And it's like, you know, when do you just allow yourself to just sit back and let whatever happens? Don't rush it. Don't worry about it. Just go with the flow and just be like, okay, you know, if this works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You, for so long, I hear you have held on to closing yourself off in fear of what might happen because of what happened in the past. And that is something that is very difficult to release. You know, it's not an easy thing to say, okay, you know, like I know that my ex-husband of, you know, 20 years cheated on me 19 and a half out of, you know, of those years. I seen it, I knew it, I felt it, but I just let it happen, and I just kept making excuses, and I just kept, you know, doing, you know, making it seem like everything was okay, and just ignored it and shoved it down and suppressed it. Well, you know what? Something happened, right? You divorced, you separated. And I feel that right now you're stepping into this place of you've met somebody. Okay, this person I feel really sparks you, really gets you, really understands you, and they seem to say all of the right things, but sometimes maybe the actions don't feel. Maybe their actions are triggering these fears. Okay, maybe they say something about women, and it's just kind of like all of a sudden your guards get up, and you're like, okay, this guy is gonna cheat. I don't want to get close to this person or this woman. I'm just going to close myself off, and I'm just going to sit back, and I'm going to constantly be in my head telling myself why this isn't going to work and how bad this person is, or, you know, like how I don't want to deal with that anymore. And you just keep on creating this story of how it's not going to work, instead of just sitting back and looking at them and going, okay, just because, you know, they said this woman was attractive doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to jump out there and go bone her. You know what I mean? But because of what you've experienced, it's so difficult to just let that thought go. But let me tell you something. It's possible to do it, but you have to catch it. And you are going to continue to be triggered over and over and over and over again. And so you get to that point where it's finally like, okay, I just, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm not going to beat myself up on it. I'm not going to keep referring to my past to create my future. And you're just going to kind of be like, go with it. You know, I heard, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. I heard that. Very clear. Very clear. Oh, I'm really feeling this deep sense of like, honestly, I'm really feeling this deep sense of love. Like, I feel that for some of you, this person, there's something about them that you just can't seem to shake. You know, maybe you've known them for a while, and you've been going through some stuff, or you've had some conversations, and, you know, you just decided that maybe friends were the best way to be or something. I don't know, but I feel that this is something that may have been going over and over again, and it's just kind of come to a different level, I'm hearing. Oh, I got so much emotion just looking at that one card. The energy is just so strong. I feel such a strong emotion of like, you want this so bad, but for some reason you're telling yourself that you're not allowed to have it, that it's not yours, and you're making up excuses as to why you shouldn't, or why you should just stay quiet. I don't know. It's a very strange feeling of love. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am going to read these cards out of the book. I do find that this is the Soul Helper Oracle deck. I do find that they have very beautiful messages. Ooh, some of you may have a spirit guide as like a wolf. The wolf, number 35, number 8, the infinity. Follow your vision. Never lose sight of what is really important. You know what's important is yourself. And we lose our vision of ourselves. We lose focus of what it is that we truly want and what our soul calls for. We get so caught up in all of the crazy mind and taking care of everybody else, we forget about ourselves. And when we have these emotions, when we have this desire, we just pack it down and say, no, we can't have that. We're not allowed. And that's when we're losing focus of ourselves. And it's time to start putting that focus on what it is that we want. Like, look at these wolves. Like, it's such a beautiful connection. Like I said, I am going to read these, but I'm going to put 2 cards fell out. So, rise above the dark days of life. Do not fight them, but have faith that the light will always return. How beautiful. Seriously? Like, it's telling us right here. Like, no matter what happens in our past, it's not going to create our future. We need to rise above this. We need to follow our vision. We need to move towards what it is that brings your heart desire. You know, and sometimes it may feel wrong, but a little bit, but maybe sometimes it feels right. Maybe it feels more right than it feels wrong. And you're just afraid to take that step. Because what's going to happen? You know? Okay, so number 35. Let's see what this has to say. The wisdom of the wolf is to adapt to life's circumstances without losing sight of what is important or straying from the path of their own vision. Trust your instincts, your inner strength and guidance. Safeguard your vision by establishing clear boundaries, defending your territory, and never giving others the power to unsettle you. Just like I said, the triggers, right? Trust your intuition and never let anyone take that away from you. You have drawn this card because your forebearers, your ancestors, are calling to you. It is time to rediscover your visions. Shamans and druids once wore the skin of a wolf as a sign of their great spiritual powers, leadership, and inner strength. This mission to follow your vision with inner strength now falls to you in order for you to achieve truly great things. You will need courage for the path ahead, and you will be granted a higher perception. Meditate upon it and open yourself to the light flowing towards you. You have the ability within you to expand your perception and for the benefit of all living beings. Like, seriously, we're only, 4 cards in? And already they're so... Anyway, so your power animal on this card is the wolf. The herbal essential oil that they recommend to work with is cypress. You could use that as like in a diffuser or something. The healing crystal is an emerald. I love the emerald. It's such a beautiful color, and it's the color of the heart, I believe. And the number 8, which is also the infinity. Everything that goes around comes around. We are meant to learn. We are meant to move through. We are meant to face challenges and overcome and rise above the dark days. Okay, let's see. Number 13. You have had your share of good and bad times. Night falls cool and gray, but day will dawn bringing the sun and light, warmth, soft, and healing on your skin. Do not struggle when there is nothing to struggle against. You are neither night nor day, but instead you rise serenely above both. You are neither darkness nor light. You simply absorb them and transform them into something new. Something new. There is nothing that the outside world can give you. The only things that matter are light in your heart and the voice in your soul. Meditate in silence and without distraction from thoughts or anger, rage or sadness. Rise above these feelings. You are not your rage, you are not your anger, nor are you the sadness that tries to make you feel bad about yourself. You are always the person you decide to be, the person you want to be, and this will always be within your power. The warrior within you is a servant of the light and brings you centeredness and meditation. Your inner warrior light is the source of wisdom and stillness, bringing every weapon to bear to shatter the shadow of depression when its icy hands reach out for you. Connect powerfully with the resonance of your inner warrior and do not reject it. This part of you is blessed with knowledge and is more familiar with peace than any other. Precisely because it is this aspect of your personality that protects peace within you. Warriors rise calmly above the potential threats because they know fear. They know it so intimately that it holds no longer that it holds no longer holds any fear for them. So the power animal in this card is the panther. Herbal essential oil is cedar wood. A healing crystal is a snakeskin jasper. I can't say I've ever seen one of those. And your number for this power number is 4. So 4 and 8, the 4s could be significant to you. Maybe your birthday's on the 4th. Maybe your birthday's on the 8th. If you did just have a birthday, happy birthday. But we're in Cancer season right now anyways. We're not even in Leo. But yeah. All right, let's see. I'm going to dig into this tarot and see what comes out through the tarot. Where did my deck go? There it is. Whew. I don't know. All of a sudden I got this like calming energy. Just this silence. All right, spirits. What is the energy that Leo needs to be aware of for today? I don't know if you've seen those, but they fly out. I feel for some money is a problem, possibly your home, something that is in like the physical body. There could be a person in your life right now that you're trying to deal with and you're having a difficult time. I'm feeling that there's something that you need to let go of, some kind of a toxic mindset that needs to be let go of. That's the Crown of Coins. I believe the Crown of Coins may be the King of Coins, which is the King of Pentacles, which is Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, I think. And then we have the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Oh, so you're moving out of this energy. You're getting some kind of information. You're gathering something. Okay. I'm feeling that there's been a lot of things that you've experienced in your life, because the swords in the air is all about the air, right? It's all about thoughts. It's all about what goes on in the mind. And I feel like you've kind of been putting everything into place, and now you're focusing, you're seeing what needs to change. You're seeing that, you're tired. You're tired of hanging on to what no longer serves you any good. It's like, okay, I'm ready to drop the toxic part of my life because I see now what is created. But I'm also seeing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I know that I can go towards this, and I don't have to stay stuck behind these swords anymore. The 9 of Swords here is all about, in general is all about, anxiety, depression, so many things on your mind, fearing the change. But I feel like you're coming out of this. Like, I feel that there's something that you've been experiencing that you've been kind of closed off to, where it's like you haven't been allowed to explore. And now you're ready to take that chance. You're a little bit scared because of all the things that have happened in the past and all of the things that you've been hanging on to mentally. But it's like, okay, I know that I'm going to come out of this. I know I'm coming out of this. I know I'm doing this. I know that these fears, these anxieties, whatever it is that's going on right now, I'm ready to let go of them. It's not going to be easy. I'm telling you right now, overcoming the mind is so much easier said than done. Absolutely. And I know every single one of you know this. But the one thing I always say, there has always been some kind of huge challenge that you have overcome in your life. It was the most difficult thing that you ever had to do. And you've said that to yourself. But you knew that if you stayed where you were, it wasn't going to serve you any good. And you took that risk. You moved through that. So don't worry. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. You're going to find your way. This is just another lesson. This is just another challenge. It's just another way to better your life. If you feel stuck somewhere and it's giving you this shitty friggin' energy, like no matter how hard you try, And it just seems like it keeps on poking faces at you saying, okay, hello, when are you going to wake up? When are you going to wake up? What is it going to take? What is it going to take? And you know this because you've been going through it so many times, and it's been creating so much anxiety in your life. Yeah. But it's like you've just been waiting. And I'm getting this energy of all of a sudden somebody's giving you something. Somebody's giving you something to hang on to. It's like I'm hearing there. It's like they're rescuing you. You know now. You know now what you want. You know now where you need to put yourself. You know where you need to anchor your energy. It's like somebody's helping you. I feel that. Like, I know each card has its own, but when I read tarot, I read it intuitively. And for some reason, I don't know why, but these cards just absolutely speak to me. I feel for some of you, maybe you're some kind of a healer and you've been learning, maybe? I'm not sure. Let's see. What's the Hangman here for? What's the Hanged One here for? Clarify the Hanged One, please. Sorry if these cards are shuffling loud. What is the Hanged One in this situation? Okay, the Four of Coins. So I'm feeling this is home energy. This is a home energy. This is a decision. This is like, this could be your job. This could be a job. Maybe you've met somebody at work and you've always said you weren't going to involve, your personal life with work. But I'm really feeling that this has something to do with your home life. Absolutely. Because the four of coins obviously is pentacles, but it's like material. It's like where you ground yourself. It's where you're stable, where you're not stable, where you call home. Okay, it's the physical. It's the physical being, and because it came out underneath the anxiety and like giving you something, helping you somewhere. I'm really feeling it's a home situation. And there's somebody that's come in and kind of shown you something different. But that difference can cause a little bit of chaos. But it's like you're putting it down. When I'm looking at this card, it's like, okay, you know what? I see the beauty. I see the beauty of what I can create. I know what I know. I just feel it. And I'm ready to put down my burdens. I'm not afraid. Like, these are all, I'm seeing these laying on the ground, not standing up. I see them laying on the ground as if you're putting it down. You're putting it down now. These struggles, these challenges, you're facing them. And you're like, okay, I'm going to put these down. I know they're on fire. And there's a possibility that I could catch this field on fire. But it looks very lush. It looks very green. I'm sure it will be fine. And you're putting them down and you're like walking away, and it's like you kind of look back a little bit and it's like, okay, they're still burning. I'm not burning the field down. I'm just letting them go. And then once you look back and you say and feel that you don't need to worry anymore, you're moving forward. Yep, moving forward into the Seven of Wands. Ooh, Wands. I think I said wands because it's like womb. I'm seeing a womb here. Honestly, I feel that there's this person that comes into your life that is really like passionate, very passionate. They could be a little bit of like a player vibe, and that's maybe why you're getting this fear of trusting and letting this past thing pop up in your relationship, because I see these other wands here, and it's like, okay, they've got so many other options. This energy has so many other options. What makes me think that they're going to choose me? But for some reason, they keep coming back. For some reason, they keep coming back. And you're like, man, I don't know. It's like, I've already put down this, do I want it again? But that's part of hanging on to what no longer, what isn't yours, right? The energy of the past. What's the Seven of Wands here for? Spirit. What's the Seven of Wands here for? What does the Leo energy need to know? The Fool. Don't be afraid to take the leap. It's like this person holds the key. I feel that this person holds the key for you. I feel that you've lived in a lot of darkness and a lot of doubt and a lot of fear. And somebody brings some kind of passion. They bring some kind of joy, some kind of happiness. And maybe for you, the words that they speak are very difficult for you to believe, because you've believed for so long that that wasn't true, because you've lived in a situation where it just seemed that I'm having a very hard time with this one right now, and I don't know why. It's like I'm getting this energy of like somebody belittling you, you know, not listening to you, overbearing, just, you know, like self-centered almost. And I feel also for some that maybe you're sitting back going like, why am I thinking of that? Is that because they always say you mirror, right? You mirror yourself out into you, like you project what's going on within yourself out into the people that surround you and the energies that you encounter on a daily basis. But it's like where, and you're looking at this situation and you're just like, okay, so where do I fit in here? How am I doing this? How am I reflecting what I'm receiving from this person out into the world? Because you don't like, but let me say, it's your thoughts. It's because you're constantly thinking the bad, you know. It's it's like I just gave myself an aha moment right there, you know. It's like I'm not saying I'm always, but sometimes I find myself being like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Should I be here? Shouldn't I be here? You know, like I get this energy of like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's like, you're just kind of at this moment where it's just, you just want to drop those wands and you don't care anymore if it catches you don't care if it catches the field on fire, because you know what, you've held it for so long and now they're starting to burn your hands. And it's like, but then you wonder, because you know you also put yourself out there and think like, I love this person, I want to give everything to this person, I want this situation to be good. And you try, and it just seems like when you try, that's when this situation or this person just all of a sudden sticks another fucking tack in the board. And it's like, how much board do I have left for these tacks to be pushed into? Because, you know, like I'm feeling a little prickly right now, I'm hearing. But it's like something has come into your life that is bringing you passion. And I feel it's another person, honest to God, considering the fact of your fear of intimacy and a romantic cycle is beginning. This person brings something to you that you want so bad. You know, it's something that you've been manifesting for a very long time. You know, those times that you're like, I just want to be happy. I just want somebody that I can connect with and just love and be at peace. And like, yeah, relationships go through shit. They're supposed to. That's how you grow as a couple. But it's like, you've been asking for it and this person is coming to you. And maybe you're afraid of them because of the kind of way that they are. But it's like, I'm hearing, how are you going to know? Okay, first off, you know what's good for you. You know it's not good for you. And I feel that the desire of good outweighs the desire of the bad. You know that the bad that you're creating is what it's in your mind. It's in your mind. But I feel that this person holds something. They hold something. And I see the key, and honestly, I hear a key to your heart. You know, they have passion for you. They may have other people around them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have really any true interest in these people. Maybe you're meeting somebody for the first time. Maybe you've just met somebody and, they're dating other people. They're allowed, right? They're single. They can do as they please. But you kind of fear that, like, maybe you fear you're going to miss out, or maybe you fear that that person's going to, be a cheat because, you went on a date with Sally last week and this week he's going out with Sandra. Well, you know what? He's human and he needs to look for what he needs as well, right? But I feel that there's something that there is an energy you hold for this person that's in your life right now. There is something that you hold that they want so bad, but you're closing them off in a sense. And for them, they may be closing themselves off because you don't know what they've truly gone through in their past. 5 of Vessels. So the 5 of Cups. As I was saying, you don't know what they've been through in their past. I feel that you guys have come together for a reason. This person is going to trigger your fears for you to grow. This person is going to help you grow. This person doesn't want to worry about all of these eggs that you dropped before you came. They or she wants to grow this with you. Like, look at all the room. And it's almost like they're like, push them out. Like, yeah, you know what? I've had them, but I'm pushing them out now. I don't need this in my life. You are where I want to focus. This is where I want to grow. This is where I want to move. Like, I know the 5 of Vessels is the 5 of Cups and it's generally sad, but I don't feel that. I feel that it's a time of moving out of, overcoming. Honestly, this connection that I feel that you have with this person or this situation is, I'm almost feeling this like pit in my stomach, like this fear, this like want so bad, but just have to slap your hands and say no kind of thing, right? Like you want to believe, but you're having a very difficult time. Champion of Swords. You got a lot of air energy. A lot of air energy. But this person, okay, I'm feeling that this person wants to carry you. They want to help you. They want to allow you to see how different life can be with them. I feel that they want to bring you to heights that you never thought imaginable. I feel that they are willing to go through any transformation, any growth, any change with you. This person is a protector. I feel that once they've got, once they got their claws in you, they ain't letting go. They're like, you're mine, I'm hanging on. I don't care what you go through. I don't care what we need to do, but this is going to work and this is going to happen. What a crazy good energy. All of a sudden I got like really happy. It's like, I feel like it's like, this is what I've been waiting for, but I've been shutting myself off to it for so long. Now I'm just ready to be like, I'm going to put down the fear of this and I'm just going to let them take me. I'm going to let them take me for a ride. I'm going to let them take me to see different parts of myself. And that's what this is about. It's about growing within. It's about overcoming the challenges of the past so that you can relax and surrender to the intimacy and let it happen. Let it flow. Focus on you for once. Okay, I'm going to get one more of these cards and then I will get an ending oracle and I think I will call it a day. The Apprentice of Swords. So much air. You're so in your head. And you know what the crazy thing is? Okay, so there's 2 major arcanas, which are telling me that the Hanged One, this situation is safe, okay? And the Fool is beginning, okay? So this situation is good. This is something that is new. But all of this other energy that's going on within you and this person right now, it's all in your head. All in your head. It's like, stop fighting. It's stop fighting the heart and just let the head just relax. I heard, just let it go. You have done what you needed to do, okay? But now it's time to look at something from a different perspective. It's time to take the next step. It's time to See things for they really are, and to trust yourself. To trust yourself, to trust your intuition. You're not going to steer yourself wrong. You know what your soul wants. You know what your heart wants. You know what you're in your head about. So now you're kind of getting to that point, like I said earlier, that you're just ready to like drop the hammer and say, let's do this. I've gained so much knowledge. I know what I need to let go of. This part of my life, you know what? It's there, but I don't have to live it every day. I'm ready to move forward. And I feel very excited. I feel a very excited energy about this. So I am going to pull a Universe Oracle card to end this read. Leo, whoever this person, whatever this situation, honest to God, I truly feel your energy when it comes to how you're in your head and how you're really trying to sort it out, figure it out. But trust me, you can do it. You can do it. Every time I say that, I think of that guy on that Adam Sandler movie. Can't remember what his name is, but it's not impossible to be happy. It's not impossible to have peace. You know what you have to do when you have to do it, and you will do what is right for you. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. There's so many eyes on this card, in these cards. Like on this one, all of the eyes are closed. They're not seeing. But this is seeing clearly. This is opening up. This is witnessing, knowing, okay? You're being guided. They're telling you, don't worry. We've got your back. We've got your back. Oh, I like it. I do. I'm feeling like I want to read one more card. One more. Okay, this one I will read out of the book. This is the Gaia Oracle. And there we go. This will be the ending oracle, I promise. If you made it to the end of this video, I truly appreciate it. If this resonated with you in any ways, please go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. I believe this time I have created like a little chakra quiz, and it's it's a quiz to see how like where your energy centers are fucked up, like where you're letting yourself. Okay, so your self-worth. I can't even speak right now. It's a chakra quiz on seeing where you're blocking your self-worth. Okay, so I'm gonna put in the link, or in the description, I'll put the link to that. Check it out, try it, see what chakra you're blocked in right now, and where you can change that energy so you can open up to this beautiful new romance that's coming into your life without hanging on to fears. Okay, so let's see. What does Gaia? Evolution, earth changes, climate changes, transformation. This is what this whole thing is about, is transformation. This is card number 45, and I opened it right up to card number 45. So this card may resonate. Has a little bit of meaning, I believe. So our world is cradled in a cosmic ocean of love, surrounded by an infinite universe, governed by a higher force greater than our human mind can know or comprehend. We are a forever changing image, forever transforming on our journey through eternity. Yes, the climate is changing, and yes, the earth is transforming, but this has always been so, and this will always continue. Are we governed by a will greater than our own, or are we the architects of our own future? This we do not know for sure, but one thing is certain: whether we like it or not, our precious planet will continue to transform. From the stars where we are born, into a star we shall transform. Be mindful of Mother Earth, be considerate and kind to her, but do not fear her changing nature. For just like us, she is transforming to an ever greater light. All lovingly unfolds through time and space. Life consistently transforms, but in essence, nothing's changing. There is nothing to fear, there is only love. I am one with the universe and the stars, and love is my guiding force. How does that connect? You know, like, this is beautiful, my friends. I really believe that you are in an unwavering time right now, but I believe that with inside of you, in your thoughts, in your energy, I feel that you are really becoming and overcoming so much. And just allowing that to happen is bringing something beautiful. Something beautiful. All right, my friends, thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. You all take care. Bye-bye for now.